The 50 million price tag that Bologna has set on Riccardo Calafiori has been met by Arsenal. That's now the transfer rumours that's coming out. It's all over X. Calafiori, the Italian defender, the Swiss Army knife, the left back, the left playing centre back. He is on his way to Arsenal. Personal teams have been agreed already. He only wants Arsenal. He's rejected the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle, and Spurs. He has rejected them all. He only wants Arsenal. That's the big news that's been breaking all over X today, which is Sunday. Now, we do know that this deal will happen between Monday and Friday. And why those 2 days? Well, 5 days, should I say, not 2 days. Arsenal are different when it comes to announcing players. Arsenal have changed their strategy. But what does this mean for Arsenal? What does this mean for Mikel Arteta? A lot of people are saying that Gabriel could be sold. A lot of people are saying that Kivia could be sold. And a lot of people are saying that Zinchenko could be sold. But while you're still watching, the one thing that's not being sold is the like, subscribe, and turn that notification on. You have to like this show, you have to subscribe, and you got to turn your notification on so you don't miss shows. Let's get back into it. So Calafiori on his way to Arsenal is going to happen. You should be excited, Arsenal fans, because this is a great player. I have not watched him. I've only watched a little bit of him. I've seen some highlights, but again, it doesn't tell the true picture. Will he fit into Mikel Arteta's system, into his team? Will he be able to integrate? Does he speak a word of English? There's so much that we really and truly do not know about this player. We can read the scouting reports. We can watch some highlights, whether we watch it on YouTube or we watch it on My Scout. There's so many ways to figure out, is this guy going to be the one? But I can say at the moment, I'm 50-50 on this player. Is he going to be better than Zinchenko? Yes. Is he going to be better than Kivia? Yes. Is this going to solve a problem that Arsenal have on the left-hand side? I think so. That's where I'm at. I think so. But I think also why Arteta has done this. He's had toy times when he's gone to the likes of Anfield or he's gone to Newcastle. He's gone to Man United and he's just won there at last at Old Trafford. But the one thing I think that Mikel Arteta is looking at this is, how does Pep do it? You know, he's got the Kanjis there, he's got the Nathan Akis there, you know, he's got a John Stones there, he's got a Ruben Diaz there. And, you know, he's got so many options. And this is where Mikel Arteta is still building. He's not copying Pep Guardiola, but he's looking at what they're doing and how can he remix it to make it work. And when you're now going to have four centre-backs playing in the back line who are all playing centre-backs, a lot of people look at Gabriel and say he can't play football. He can play football. He can bring the ball out. He can kind of dribble, but he can pass. Saliba can head, dribble, pass, and he's got pace. Gabriel's got a little bit of pace. Ben White, 50 million. Arsenal fans were saying, that's not the guy. Why are we spending 50 million on Ben White? Who is he? So people were saying, who is he? But when they saw him play, when he got converted into a right back, because we already had Saliba coming back in, hey, we know Ben White last season was the best right back in the Premier League. So bringing in a Calafiori, I can see what he's doing. Be getting a ball-playing defender. He doesn't have to play at centre-back. He just plays on the left-hand side, being able to cover, but still be able to bring the ball forward, be able to tuck in, has the pace, 6'2". Arsenal's backline is no one under 6 foot. That's crazy. 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 6'1". That's mad. And then you still got a few backups there when you're looking at Tomiyasu, you're looking at Julian Timber. Zinchenko is going to go. It would be nice to keep Kivior. I think you sacrifice Zinchenko. You sell a Kivior. When Tierney comes back, you got to sell him as well. But maybe Tierney gets sold next season or in January. He may be gone then. Arsenal are building for the future. Not for now, for the future. They're going to win at some point. They're going to win a trophy at some point. Is this signing going to be enough to help them get there? Yes, it's a building block. Every single season, it's a building block. And you're thinking right now, why have I not shown any stats on him? Why have I not shown any of his injury records? Why have I not shown any sort of highlights to justify what I'm saying? He's not an Arsenal player yet. I'm just here breaking news that Arsenal have agreed to pay the €50 million price tag that Bologna has set on his head. Arsenal wouldn't have gone this far by agreeing personal terms, which we all know is already done. 5-year deal with a year option on top of it as well, taking his wages from 19,000 euros a week to a four million pounds yearly wage. That's what the rumours are. We don't actually know if it's true, but we can believe it's true. The fact that all these statements are coming out that Calafiori only wants Arsenal, only desires Arsenal, even though it was rumoured that he wanted Juventus. Juventus don't have the money. Arsenal have the money. Arsenal would not have gone in for this player without months and months and months of scouting, research. It's just come out of the blue, and that's what I like. It looks like Arsenal just went in for him for 3 games watching Calafiori in the Euros. No. Arsenal just have been quiet about it, sending scouts out there to Bologna, watching the games, reporting back. So when Edu said he has documentations on players who they have been scouting, he just never said who. Clever move. They've done their research. It got verified in the Euros that he can play for Bologna, plays for Italy, and it looks no different. He's still the commander-in-chief there in the back line. So imagine going forward, Arsenal now have a peripheral of options at the back of who's going to bring that ball out, who can travel with it, who can header, who can command, who can be on a end of a set piece delivery. That's the crazy thing. You got a Ben White, you got a Saliba, you got a Gabriel, and now you're going to have a Calafiori. That's going to match a Manchester City in the Premier League. That's what we're looking at. The Champions League is pot luck if you can win it, great. But the Premier League, the marathon, 38 Premier League games you've got to play. This is what Arsenal are building. Everyone's saying there's other priorities such as a centre midfielder, a right winger and a striker. That is going to get done. But when a gem like this pops up on the radar, you have to be there, ready, pressing that button. A striker is easy to get. There's so many strikers out there, but there's not that striker. There's so many midfielders out there, but there's not that midfielder. There's not that many defenders that can do what Calafiori can do. There's not that many defenders out there that can do what Ben White can do. There's not that many defenders out there that Saliba can do. And again, not that many defenders that Gabriel can do. So when you see a Calafiori that can do exactly what those 3 guys can do, you've got to go and get him. 50 million, well, that's 50 million euros, 43 million pounds. That's perfect, considering Man United are looking at De Ligt. So, what's your thoughts? Football fans, not just Arsenal fans, but football fans. Is this going to be a good signing? Is the fee justifiable? Is the wages justifiable? Rumored to be, what, £70,000 a week after tax? Leave your comments below. Please subscribe to the show. We've got some more shows coming up as you're watching it right now on the screen. These are in productions, so we can't release them just yet because we just don't know what the team is going to look like. Should they go for the right winger? Should they get the centre midfielder? And should they get that striker? Then we're going to understand. I'm going to be at one of the games, which is pre-season at the Emirates Cup. On the last game, I'll get to see so much more. Then I can release a show once I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Thank you for watching. I'm Ty Knight here for TK24 Sports.